We're going to start. We're just looking at it. Good evening and welcome to the February 21st, 2023 meeting of the Roseland Governing Body. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, and that the date, time, and location of the meeting were included in the annual meeting schedule, posted on the public bulletin board in the municipal building, and filed in the office of the Borough Clerk. For those attending tonight's meeting via Zoom, the agenda and any other relevant documents can be found on the Borough's website, attached to the meeting notice posted in the news and announcement section. During the meeting, announcements will be made prior to the two public comment periods. Anyone wishing to make a public comment via computer will be instructed to use the raise your hand icon, and anyone wishing to make a public comment via telephone will be instructed to dial *9 at the appropriate time. For those in attendance, in person or remotely, please provide your name and address when selected. Mr. Watkins, please call the roll.
Mayor Spango.
Present.
Mr. Barty.
Here.
Mrs. Fishman.
Here.
Mr. Frieda. Mrs. Parati.
Here.
Mrs. Tolley.
Here.
Mr. Trillo.
Here.
Please rise to the flag. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First on the agenda is our first round of public comment. Any member of the public wishing to be heard, come forward, state your name and address for the record. If you're with us via Zoom, use the raise your hand icon, or by telephone, press *9. Ryan, thank you. Next on the agenda, we have a number of presentations. First, and I'm going to make Maureen come with me for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Is for
Special one.
Rosemary Sayers.
No crying, Maureen.
Yeah.
Bro, back up there. Okay, so you are officially the first person that has gotten multiple gifts because we couldn't decide on one, so we got you two. But I can't believe it's been almost a year since Ro retired. Maureen reminds me all the time that she can come back. It's been 6 months. People like Jean are happy because the voicemail hasn't been changed, her name's still on it. But she's missed in the office every day. I mean, I know she's spending time with her family, but there's so much that she did when she was there that people didn't realize. You don't realize what someone has done until they're gone. Ro did more than just, accounts payable, or she was the office manager. She did a lot of stuff that even Ryan can't catch up with. Stuff that she's doing. So I personally want to thank you for the short time that I was with you. I benefited from you being there. I benefited from your husband my whole life. Every time I called him with help with something. So it's nice that Jack's here with you, and Jacqueline. Jacqueline moved in town also, right, Jacqueline? Not far to go, but thank you for all you've done for this administration and the borough the entire time that you're here. And now I'm going to put Maureen on the spot.
Thank you, Mayor. Don't always, Mary. I just want to know you are truly, truly missed in the office. And we think about you in talk. Not bad. Just talk about you every day. My ears are ringing. And truly, I can't say enough about how much you're missed.
If I hear one more time, if Ro is here, Ro's not here. So we originally got a beautiful vase for you. The inscription reads, "May you be proud of the work you've done, the person you are, and the difference you've made," which is true. But then we got the vase and it wasn't big enough. We know Jack only used to get you one flower, but we figured we wanted to get a big vase. So Ashley, who's not good at gifts, she said, she came up with this with Maureen. And it's a plaque that says, "Never underestimate the difference you've made and the lives you've touched." Thank you for your service.
Thank you very much. When I took this job back in 1999, I never realized what an impact it was going to have on my life. Along the way, I made a lot of great friends, awesome co-workers, and even the residents are nice, and I'm going to treasure these memories always. Thank you.
Maureen finally gets it. Come on. Picture I have when Jackson Bay Undertaker. Exactly. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Next, we have another long-serving member. That's Tom Reed. Tom. So we've made it a habit out of not getting traditional retirement gifts, a plaque, a commendation. So speaking with Maureen and asking her for a while, we thought the best thing that Tom would enjoy in his retirement would be something he could see on the wall or a picture of him. We thought getting him a gift card for the Ocean Explorer in Belmar would be the best served gift. So, Tom spent a lot of time with the town, and Tom was. I miss seeing him talking about fishing because I fish in the same areas as in my youth that he is. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of people in town with a lot of institutional knowledge. Tom, Rusty, a few other people before him, Gary Shaw, and whenever you lose somebody that's been with the town forever, it takes a lot of people to replace them because there's things in Tom's mind. Herman and Glenn, excuse me. There's a lot of things in their mind that can't be replaced with a new person. Tom's local. I mean, unfortunately, one of the major water main breaks we had happened to be on his street.
What? 4.
Who's counting, Tom? It was your street. I'm saying if he was there, it wouldn't have happened. But we thank Tom for his service and everything that he's done, and we hope he enjoys his retirement, and he enjoys fishing, and he enjoys everything that he wanted to do.
Thank you. Just a couple words. Thank you. All right, hold up. Listen for her. Don't mind, I want everybody to take a picture as well. All right, sit down now. Go.
Maureen, I didn't get that. Oh, there it is. So it's kind of fitting that we honor Tom tonight. There's members of our public works who are here with us tonight. Could you give me that, Maureen?
Yeah, see? She's ahead of.
So we got an email a couple weeks ago from a resident, and I'm not going to mention the resident's name or what their business was. But when you're in public service, you always hear the complaints. Very rarely do you hear the accolades. And we got a few accolades. I'm going to read one later for the police department. And we always make sure that when we get the accolades that the public employees deserve, that we highlight them more than the complaints. Because for every one person that's complaining, there's 99 people. You just don't hear the happy people actually call and say thank you. So here's the email that I got. Hi, Mayor. I'll leave his name out. He was dealing with a property in Roseland and ran into some complications with his contractor and permits. And any of us who know have done any home renovations or anything, it's a nightmare. There's always a problem you can never coordinate. I have to say I was beyond amazed how the building department ran their business with professionalism, respect, and at the same time making sure everything was done correct. They bent over backwards to make sure it was easier for me and easier for me to work with. I would like to give a special shout out to Heidi and her team from the building department. She was beyond helpful, and I wouldn't be able to do it without her. I felt that it was important to send this email because people usually write and display their unhappiness or complaints, and the good often gets overlooked. So I wanted to make sure to give credit where credit is due. I wish you and your team much continued success in Roseland. Thank you and have a great day. So I called Maureen. I said, Maureen, let's have Heidi come to the next meeting. Heidi wrote this long email. It wasn't me, it was my team. You can tell Heidi came from corporate, but it's the truth. It's just not Heidi, it's everyone in there. So from Public Works today, or from building, I have Heidi, Tom, Sal, and Renee with us. Yes, right back here.
Heidi.
Okay. Come on.
Yeah.
You're still part of the team. You're in the same room. Come on. You're in the building, not the building. So. Grace, I almost made one of them student of the month. I'm just saying. So, on behalf of all of us who just want to say thank you, it's nice to hear you get the accolades that you're doing such a great time. It's not a good job. It's not an easy place to be dealing with permits and contractors and the public. So thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. So now we have, so the students of the month in the newspaper, I noticed them in, I think, December, and I said to Ryan, we should start honoring students of the month that are from Roseland, that are in West Essex. So we draft a nice letter, we get the names of the students from the school. Of course, they won't tell us, they tell us where they live, so we have to research it because it's like a big secret. But anyway, so we research where they live and we send letters. So we send letters to the high school student of the month and the middle school student of the month. Luckily, the first student of the month from the middle school, I've known the family for a really long time because I see her dad and he says, I got this letter from some guy I don't know, the student of the month. So I send an email to Ryan, lo and behold, they switched the addresses and the names. So I said, that's okay, we'll fix it. I said, we'll make sure we bring Grace up as the first recognized Roseland student of the month who can get her certificate here with us. So come on, Grace, come up. So we've done a lot of things here, new things, and it's sad that it took us 5 years to start recognizing our students of the month. So we're going to recognize Grace McGovern for being named West Essex Student of the Month, January 2023, and also recognize Grace McGovern as being the first student from West Essex being honored by this administration for Student of the Month. Grace, congratulations.
Here we go. Getting my steps in here.
That's what
I know. Congratulations.
Father never got one of those.
don't have
Your mother got plenty.
Congratulations.
Okay, before we continue with our introduction of ordinances, I know that our Director of Parks and Recreation from the County of Essex, Dan, is with us. He always likes to send us greetings. We like to put him at the beginning of the meeting.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Bring greetings from our County Executive, Joseph DiVincenzo. I do have a few updates for in the county. Our last day for our Deer Management Program in Hilltop will be this Thursday. That'll complete our Deer Management Program. Talking about spring weather already in the air. Hendricks Golf Course will open this Wednesday. Next Wednesday for the golf season. Borough Golf Course will still be closed due to some construction going on. Looks like it'll be open late spring or early summer. In addition to that, our golf ID cards are on sale Monday through Friday at Hendricks Golf Course. And we also have our job fair scheduled on March 11th at Turtleback Zoo. And here we go, the big dates. Here we go, our cherry blossom dates are coming up. Here we go, we got our bike race on April
It's cold for
2nd.
those cherry blossoms.
I hope they're still there.
Exactly.
We have the 10K run on April 3rd. And then on the Family Fun Day, which will be April 15th at the Prudential Grove, and Bloom Fest on April 16th. So those are our dates. We're looking forward to a great season. Anything you want me to take back to administration, just give me a shot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
Next on the agenda, we have our introduction of ordinances. Start with ordinance 8-2023. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance. No, let's hold off a second.
What's that?
Hold on a second. We should do all the fun stuff, right?
This way they don't have to sit through all the boring stuff.
Exactly.
Bye, Jack. Bye, Rob. Excellent.
Let's see. First ordinance on the agenda is ordinance 8-2023. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance appropriating $248,300 for improvements to Cooper Avenue in and by the Borough of Roseland, the County of Essex, New Jersey.
Is there a motion to introduce ordinance 8-2023?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none.
Ordinance number 8-2023 will be posted on the borough's website. Notice of public hearing will be published in the progress. Public hearing will be held on Tuesday, March 21st, 2023.
Next on the agenda is, excuse me, I'm out of order here. Ordinance 4-2023. Due to the substantive changes that we're proposing in ordinance 4-2023, we're going to reintroduce the ordinance and reschedule the public hearing to the March 21st meeting. Mr. Watkins, please read the amended ordinance by title only and summarize the proposed changes in the ordinance.
An ordinance of the Borough of Roseland establishing salaries for the mayor and council of the Borough of Roseland. Changes were adjusting the salaries for council president, council members who receive benefits, and council members who do not receive benefits.
Is there a motion to reintroduce the ordinance 4-2023?
So moved.
Second.
Barty, Fishman, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none.
Ordinance number 4-2023 will be posted on the borough's website. Excuse me. Notice of public hearing will be published in the progress. Public hearing will be held on Tuesday, March 21st, 2023.
Thank you. Next is the public hearing on ordinance 1-2023. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only and summarize the proposed changes to the ordinance prior to adoption.
An ordinance of the Borough of Roseland amending and supplementing Chapter 4 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Licensing and Business Regulations, adding new section 4-13 entitled Business Insurance Registration.
Motion to open. Sorry?
Sorry. There's one change, the registration fees being reduced from $100 to $50.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing on the amended ordinance?
I'll move.
Second. I think it was Parati Toley. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 1-2023? Hearing and seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second. Fishman, Barty, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance final reading of the ordinance by title only. Excuse me.
An ordinance of the Borough of Roseland amending and supplementing Chapter 4 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Licensing and Business Regulations, adding new section 4-13 entitled Business Insurance Registration.
Do we have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Trillo. Roll call vote, please. Mr. Watkins.
Mr. Barty,
Yes.
Mrs. Fishman,
Yes.
Mrs. Parati,
Yes.
Mrs. Toley,
Yes.
Mr. Trillo.
Yes.
Ordinance number 1-2023 will be advertised in the progress as a passed ordinance, shall take effect as upon publication as provided by law.
Thank you. Next, we have a public hearing on ordinance 2-2023. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only and summarize the proposed changes to the ordinance prior to adoption.
An ordinance creating a new chapter 12 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Children's Fund, authorizing the creation of a children's fund and establishing administrative and procedural guidelines for the operation and management of said ordinance. The change is that in response to a requirement by the New Jersey Division of Local Government Services, Council has proposed increasing the number of members of the Children's Fund Committee from 3 to 5, adding 2 resident members, and establishing the method of appointment, term of office, and compensation for the 2 resident members.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Motion Foley?
Fishman, Toley, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 2-2023? If not, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second. Trillo, Barty, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance creating a new chapter 12 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Children's Fund, authorizing the creation of a children's fund and establishing administrative and procedural guidelines for the operation and management of said fund.
Do we have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Trillo, Fishman. Mr. Watkins, roll call vote, please.
Mr. Barty,
Yes.
Mrs. Fishman,
Yes.
Mrs. Parati,
Yes.
Mrs. Toley,
Yes.
Mr. Trillo.
Yes.
Ordinance 2-2023 will be advertised in the progress as a passed ordinance, so it'll take effect as provided by law.
Next, we have a public hearing on ordinance 3-2023. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance amending Chapter 2 of the revised ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Department of Administration, Section 2-11 entitled Borough Public Defender, to enable the appointment of an assistant public defender and an alternate public defender.
Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 3-2023? Hearing and seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Fishman, Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance amending Chapter 2 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Roseland entitled Department of Administration, Section 2-11 entitled Borough Public Defender, to enable the appointment of an assistant public defender and an alternate public defender.
Do we have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Parati. Roll call vote, please, Mr. Watkins.
Mr. Barty,
Yes.
Mrs. Fishman,
Yes.
Mrs. Parati,
Yes.
Mrs. Toley,
Yes.
Mr. Trillo.
Yes.
Ordinance 3-2023 will be advertised in the progress as a passed ordinance, shall take effect as provided by law.
Next, we have a public hearing on ordinance 5-2023. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance of the Borough of Roseland to repeal ordinance number 7-2022 as amended, which provided for salaries and compensation to be paid to non-union employees of the Borough of Roseland, and substitute therefore salaries and compensation for the year 2023.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Second Foley?
Trillo, Toley, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 5-2023? Hearing and seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Fishman, Parati, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
An ordinance of the Borough of Roseland to repeal ordinance number 7-2022 as amended, which provided for salaries and compensation to be paid to non-union employees of the Borough of Roseland and substitute therefore salaries and compensation for the year 2023.
Do we have a motion to adopt ordinance 5-2023?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Trillo. Roll call vote, please, Mr. Watkins.
Mr. Barty,
Yes.
Mrs. Fishman,
Yes.
Mrs. Parati,
Yes.
Mrs. Toley,
Yes.
Mr. Trillo.
Yes.
Ordinance number 5-2023 will be advertised in the progress as a passed ordinance, and shall take effect as provided by law.
Next, we have a public hearing on ordinance 6-2023. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance providing for various improvements to the water sewer utility in and by the Borough of Roseland in the County of Essex, New Jersey, appropriating $3,100,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $3 million of bonds or notes of the borough to finance the cost thereof.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 6-2023?
So moved.
Second.
Fishman, Parati, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 6-2023? Hearing and seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance providing for various improvements to the water sewer utility in and by the Borough of Roseland in the County of Essex, New Jersey, appropriating $3,100,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $3 million of bonds or notes of the borough to finance the cost thereof.
Do we have a motion to adopt ordinance 6-2023?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Trillo, roll call vote, please, Mr. Watkins.
Mr. Barty,
Yes.
Mrs. Fishman,
Yes.
Mrs. Parati,
Yes.
Mrs. Toley,
Yes.
Mr. Trillo.
Yes.
Ordinance 6-2023 will be advertised in the progress as a passed ordinance, shall take effect 20 days after the first publication after final adoption as provided by law.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, we have public hearing on ordinance 7-2023. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements in and by the Borough of Roseland in the County of Essex, New Jersey, appropriating $2,059,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $1,866,750 bonds or notes of the borough to finance part of the cost thereof.
Is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 7-2023?
So moved. Fishman.
Second. Trillo.
Mr. Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Hearing none. Does anyone wish to be heard on ordinance 7-2023? Hearing and seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Parati, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing and seeing none. Mr. Watkins, please read the ordinance by title only.
Bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements in and by the Borough of Roseland in the County of Essex, New Jersey, appropriating $2,059,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $1,866,750 of bonds or notes of the borough to finance part of the cost thereof.
Do we have a motion to adopt ordinance 7-2023?
So moved.
Second.
Fishman, Barty, roll call vote, please, Mr. Watkins.
Mr. Barty,
Yes.
Mrs. Fishman,
Yes.
Parati,
Yes.
Mrs. Toley,
Yes.
Mr. Trillo.
Yes.
Ordinance 7-2023 will be advertised in the progress as a passed ordinance. Shall take effect 20 days after the first publication, after final adoption as provided by law.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, we have the approval of bills. We have Resolution 74-2023, the February 21st, 2023 bill list. Everyone received the bill list for questions, concerns, recusals. Seeing and hearing none, do we have a motion to approve Resolution 74-2023?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Next, I'd like to take resolutions 1 through 11 in the agenda, or by resolution number 75-2023 through 85-2023. Questions, concerns, recusals for these resolutions. Hearing, seeing none, do we have a motion to adopt these resolutions?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Barty, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Next, we have the consent agenda, 1 through 12 on the agenda. Review these for questions, concerns, recusals. There's no questions, concerns, recusals. Do we have a motion to meet these?
So moved.
Second, Toley.
Parati, Toley, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Next, we have the mayor's report. I'm going to be as brief as possible. I have, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Ashley Kennedy on passing the QPA exam, which, on her first try, which only 40% of the people do. Is that correct, Maureen? Congratulations, Ashley.
Congrats.
I have 2 correspondence to read. One, the borough was awarded the 2020-2021 JIF Safety Award. But the JIF is a joint insurance fund. Basically means that our programs in place for risk control, safety awards, and other things were above par. And we receive $1,000, which is nice. But it's nicer to be recognized and limit our exposure and liability. And the other one is a letter that a resident sent, and I'll read it. She told me I could mention her name. It's from Donna Brunquill on Eagle Rock Avenue. And I'll quote verbatim what Donna said. It says, the title of the email is Thank You, Roseland Police Department. It says, current events are drawing attention to the issue of police reform. While much of the commentary is focused on the negative, there are so many officers dedicated to staying true to their pledge to protect and serve. As a longtime resident of Roseland, I would like to shine a light on the Roseland Police Department. Thank you to all officers of Roseland Police Department as you carry out your duties each and every day with fidelity and honor. Know that you're respected and appreciated. Sincerely, Donna Brunquill, Eagle Rock Avenue. Donna called me and asked me if I would read this. I said I would. So on behalf of Donna, Director Mathias, please I'll forward this to both you and to Jean. Please bring it back to the rank and file so they get the proper commendation. Okay? Thank you. Besides that, I don't have anything. I'll go to committee reports. Finance Administration, Councilman Barty.
Thank you, Mayor. So we wrapped up our last budget meeting on February 4th. Made some good progress. We're all happy with where we ended up. We will be introducing the budget in March likely at our March 21st meeting. And we'll do the budget, the presentation there. Other than that, I'd just like to congratulate Lieutenant Ballard, Lieutenant Longo, Lieutenant Fernandez, and Sergeant LaPosta, Sergeant Hyder, Sergeant Nicholson, Sergeant Hesselberg, and Sergeant Bellantoni on their promotions tonight, as well as welcome our new police officers, which we'll be hopefully meeting soon. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Public Works, Councilman Frida couldn't be with us. Councilman Tolley or Councilman Parati, anything?
I don't believe so. No.
Public Safety, Councilman Parati.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I would like to thank Director Mathias, Captain Meldon, Detective Sergeant Ballard, Detective Hyder, and Police Officer Williams for all the time and expertise that they put into bringing forth these 4 new candidates that we just hired tonight. It goes without saying that they spend so much time doing their background checks and going through from A to Z. I just want them to know we truly do appreciate all that they put into it, all the time and effort. They brought forth 4 great candidates that we hired tonight. I want to congratulate Mr. Novak, Mr. Gonzalez, Mr. Hopkins, and Mr. Russell on being part of our police department. I also want to congratulate Lieutenant Fernandez, Lieutenant Billard, Lieutenant Longo, Sergeant Laposta, Sergeant Heider, Sergeant Hesselberg, Sergeant Bellantoni, and Sergeant Nicholson. With the addition of these new officers, along with these promotions, I just feel our police department will just keep getting better and better. And I want to thank them all for their selfless service that they bring to this community.
Thank you. Recreation, Councilman Trillo.
Well, same thing. Congratulations to all the newly appointed officers and newly promoted officers. Thank you for the work that you do. Recreation basketball season is wrapping up. We should have some Roseland teams in the playoffs. And baseball coaches meetings are scheduled to be the second week of March. So I think we have till March 6th or 7th to finish registering for softball, baseball, and any other winter spring sports. So get registered and get ready for a good baseball season. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Community outreach and shared services, Councilman Tolley.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't know, am I up there? Hello, everybody out there in TV land. I'd also like to echo congratulations to the newly appointed officers and our current officers that received promotions, and I'm happy to see so many of our current officers taking a lot of these courses, which will benefit our police department. The only thing right now I spoke to Maria Burak, who was in charge of senior services in Claudwell, regarding our senior bus agreement. She will be sending that to you, the mayor, and to Maureen. She has forwarded to someone in personnel. I don't think they have anyone specific who is handling some items yet over there. So as soon as she sends that over and they review it, it will come back to us and we will look at it and see if it's feasible for doing another year or two, however we want to approach that. And that's all I have for now. And I thank you.
Thank you. Redevelopment Legal, Councilman Fishman had to leave early. Councilman Trillo, Barty, anything to add?
Nothing, Mayor.
One thing I failed to mention earlier, we started planning for our summer concerts. We, in 1 week of requesting donations, we've received a $10,000 check, a $3,000 check, and some smaller checks, totaling $14,000 in 1 week, which will be able to pay for our concerts this year. But we still get donations in from other groups. So I want to thank Tom O'Byrne, was the first one there, as always, with a check for $10,000. He's in the newsletter. He's always there to help us. So we thank him and a few of our other partners who also contributed already this year. I'd also like to congratulate the promotees and the new hires. This is a lot of promotions for a department of our size. Our numbers are in the 20s. We're promoting 3 lieutenants and 5 sergeants, and that's totally attributed to people retiring. We had almost all of our sergeants retire. We had all of our captains retire. We had all of our lieutenants retire. So the police department is in a stage of transition and growth, and at a crossroads right now, and things are progressing nicely. And thanks to the leadership of Director Mathias, we're encouraged as to the future of our police department. So congratulations to the new promotees and for the new hires. We thank them for their willingness to serve. When this is done and we go to our shared dispatch with West Caldwell, we will double the presence we have in the field every day, every shift. And I think it's safe to say it's probably the most officers we've had on the road or in the field in Roseland ever. I would venture to say with this number, especially with having the officers coming off dispatch. So we look forward to the more presence in the street and thank them for taking on the role as leaders and supervisors, and thank the new officers for willing to serve. If anyone else doesn't have anything else for committee reports, I'll move on to our minutes. Next on the agenda is approval of minutes from the February 4th budget and February 7th caucus meeting. Questions, concerns? Everyone received the minutes?
Mayor, I don't think I was there for February 4th budget because I had just had my knee replacement 2 days ago. 2 days before that.
Michelle was absent for that one.
Okay,
Right.
so then we'll move them separately. We'll move the February.
Councilman Fishman were absent for the 7th.
Yeah, I was only there part of it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, so we'll move them separately. February 4th budget meeting minutes with Councilman Tolley recusing herself. Do we have a motion to move the February 4th budget meeting minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Barty, Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none. Next, the February 7th caucus meeting minutes with Councilman Barty and Fishman recusing themselves. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Parati, Trillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none. Next, we have our second round of public comment. Any member of the public wishing to be heard, come forward, state your name and address for the record. If you're with us via Zoom, use the raise your hand icon. If you're with us telephonically, press *9.
Janet Tremont, 38 Leonard Terrace, Vice Chair Roseanne Glenn. Before I get to my comments, I just want to, in keeping with the spirit of tonight's meeting, acknowledge the efforts of Ashley Kennedy. She does an outstanding job. She is professional, she is hardworking, she is efficient, and she's an absolute pleasure to deal with. She deserves accolades, definitely.
We're not going to come to any more meetings, Ashley.
Jeez. And I don't mean to embarrass her, but she really does an outstanding job. And most recently, as of this morning, I filed an OPA request about 10 o'clock this morning, and by 3:30, I had a response in my email with the information I requested, which brings me to the dais tonight. I was here last month about ordinance or resolution number 2023-51, which was the proposal from the engineering company for the roadway work for Roseland Glen. And I have a copy of the scope of services, and scope of services involves two things. The first task is the preparation of contract documents, and the second is the construction inspection. With respect to task number one, there's no time frame, there's no performance schedule, and my question to you is what is the period of performance for that particular task? Is it 45 days? Is it 2 months? Is it 10 days? Roseland Glen has been extremely patient, as you know, waiting for roadway work to be done. So the resolution was passed a month ago. Has task number one started? If not, when will it start? And what does the engineer expect in terms of the amount of time that it will take? And secondly, with respect to task number two, item number one says coordinate and attend a pre-construction meeting with appropriate borough officials, utility companies, and other parties affected by the construction activities. I assume that that means representatives from Roseland Glen, but I would like that confirmed for us in writing. And I would also like to know whose responsibility it will be to coordinate those meetings, whether it falls on the engineer or on DPW. And that's it.
Okay, I don't believe the pre-con meeting is taking place, correct?
No, we have not even bid that job out yet. They are working on the plans and the specs for that.
Well, that's what I'm questioning.
Yeah.
How long?
Well-
That's task number one.
Yes, so we were requested from your association that they want the roads paved in the fall.
Yes.
So we would probably go out to bid in the summer for work to start in the fall.
I'm not asking about going out to bid.
Okay,
That's phase two. I'm asking about phase one, which is the preparation.
well, that's phase one. They prepare it and then we go out to bid. So that's the preparation of the bid documents. So-
Prepare bid documents.
Yes, so that would probably happen sometimes in the
Has a
summer.
site visit taken place? And if not, can you give me a timeline? If the site visit, if you have 6 steps in task one, okay, you have a dollar amount assigned to task one. That means that the engineer knows approximately how many manpower hours it's going to take to achieve that task. What I'm asking for is for you to translate that for us in terms of approximate days and when the start date will be.
The start date for him to start preparing his
Task
specs?
one.
She doesn't mean, if I can clarify, you don't mean the start date of the project.
No.
You mean the start date of gathering everything to
Gathering
put up, to put the
everything.
bid specs together,
Yes.
correct? Just so we're clear.
I'll have to reach out to the engineer.
And I believe that's, well, no, let's ask the engineer because they're putting
Yeah,
it together.
Yes.
None of us are going to know. And as for the coordination for the pre-con meeting, I don't want to speak out of place, but I would assume that would be the engineer as well.
Yes, the engineer coordinates the pre-con meeting.
So what I'm asking for, Mayor, and I want to make this clear so there's no dispute in the future, can we have that confirmed for us in writing?
Sure, we'll send you an email.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Any other member of the public wishing to be heard with us in person, come forward, state your name and address for the record. If you're with us via Zoom, use the raise your hand icon or press *9 if you're with us by telephone. Wait for Ryan. There we go with the thumbs down in the back. That being said, we have nothing for an additional executive session. We spoke about contract negotiations and personnel in our first executive session. If no one has anything else, motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Marty Parati, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none. Thank you. Yeah, just.
Bye. Good night.